Hi everyone, Christopher DeFeo, President of DeFeo Materials. Just wanted to wish everyone a happy and healthy 2025 and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope everyone's year was okay. Ours was alright. I don't really know. I mean, that's like really how you probably sum up 2024 for business owners is we made it. So hopefully 2025 is a little bit easier to navigate with all the changes that have been coming quickly at us.
Hey everyone, this is Ashley with DeFeo Materials, and I wanted to wish you a very happy holiday season. I wanted to take some time and thank you for such a wonderful year with us, and we're really looking forward to 2025. We thought instead of sending just a boring email recap, we would speak to you all directly and send you this little video about what's happened in 2024 and where we're going in 2025. In 2024, we saw a lot of great changes to our day-to-day operations. We opened our very first construction aggregate quarry where we blast and crush stone to make a variety of products crucial to improvements of infrastructure in Western Connecticut. We began using new technology like online ticketing systems. We increased our fleet size of our rail cars, purchased new and improved equipment and trucks, and so much more. We cannot wait for 2025 and wanted to thank you again for all your continued support this year.
Hi everyone, this is Jeff Mead, the Southeast Sales Manager for DeFeo Materials. I want to wish you a happy holiday season. I want to talk a little bit about how this year went. Thank you everyone, all of our customers, for welcoming me with open arms. This is a relatively new experience for me. I started here a few years ago as a driver, hauling our material, and moved last year to the Southeast in South Carolina with my family, and now I'm in the sales role. This year has been wild. A lot of learning, meeting a lot of you. I still have plenty of you I want to meet, and I plan on doing that. And thank you for just being understanding and so good. I couldn't ask for more welcoming people.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Christopher Austin, and I am the program manager here at DeFeo Materials. I work on special projects, but predominantly what I do is I invoice you for deliveries that you received from us. Many of you might remember me. I used to do sales, but I am behind the scenes now, and I'll be sending you all the invoices that you received from us. Feel free to email me anytime you have a question. If you want to pay a bill, that is going to be Karen. Karen at DeFeo Materials is her contact, but you could also email me. I could help you if you can't get a hold of her. Happy holidays.
So we just wanted to thank you all for the year we had in 2024 and all your previous business, and we look forward to 2025 with some of the improvements that we made in the past couple years. A lot of people are like, oh, what improvements are being made? I don't see it. The reason that you don't see some of these improvements, and I've said this before, but it sometimes takes years to see these as a customer of ours. The reason is because rail cars, for example, it could take us a year and a half, 2 years to set up a deal to finally have the rail cars in place and doing the loops, which is obviously a big portion of our business. And as for the Northeast, that has been a constant struggle where we just don't have enough trucks when it's busy, and when it's slow, we have too many trucks. So the only way and solution that we're going to solve this finally is our yard that we are currently building, actually our headquarters, and is our quarry right now in Oxford. And that's going to allow us to be able to bring in more inventory in the slow season and distribute quicker in the busy season and have that inventory where we need it, where the customers are, most of them in the Connecticut and New York area. So this year we did open up our crushed stone quarry over in Oxford, Connecticut. We have plenty of good quality product. 3/4 stone obviously is in need everywhere. Riprap, 3/8. A lot of people have been running out of that. So if you do need us, I know 67 can be a little rough with traffic, but come on over. We'd love to work a deal out with you guys. We can handle pretty big jobs. We could also deliver to, I don't know, as far as 45 minutes away from Oxford to an hour if need be. We also were able to add several new employees. That has helped a lot in the office, and we also added another employee in the field, and that has helped a lot in terms of operations, as well as full-time guys at our rail yard in Utica and wash plant, keeping that running. We never ran out of inventory this year, at least on our end. It just could take a lot of time for the lag in inventory due to the shipping. So in 2024, we added a really large group of rail cars We have 25 that we added on for these ballast cars that help us move the 2 to 4 inch and smaller. And we also added 6 gondolas that are brand new. So we're continuing to update our fleet with newer and newer rail cars. When we started, we were dealing with rail cars that were on average 45 years old. And now our average age is probably something more like 20 years, maybe even lower at this point. So that's helping to keep those rail cars doing their cycles from the north to the south. The white marble, we also saw a huge increase again. The 1.25 inch white marble down south in Selma specifically, I would say, has just continued to blow up over and over again. Every month we're seeing growth. So if any customers have not started carrying that yet, or you're thinking about carrying it, just reach out to Jeff and Ashley if you have any more detailed questions, and they'll be able to give you any answers that you might need. We started to make this known to all of our customers in the area in 2024 that the Selma yard in Selma, North Carolina is available for pickup. It's open for pickup, and if you're a customer that is in that area and you'd like to pick up, just please reach out and we can get you on that bandwagon. We added a lot more concrete so that we could have more storage of our products that we're bringing down by rail that do take some time to get down here. I would love if everyone would remember how far this material has to come. We're talking an average of probably 750 to 800 miles for the Carolinas and northern Georgia. So it does have to make quite a move, and we are moving almost 100,000 tons a year of mostly the New England River Rock and the white marble. So when you're looking at why does it take so long, or I see the material on the ground, well, that material that's on the ground that's in stock is probably already for a customer that had it ordered, and they have a load number to pick that up, and they haven't picked it up yet. You have 2 weeks to pick up the material once you have a load number that's given to you, which is very fair considering that most of the customers that will be picking that up are coming from no further than 100 to 150 miles. So if everyone could keep that clear, I told Jeff and Ashley, be strict with the 2 week number. You're not going to have more than 2 weeks. So if you put on an order, we're going to cancel the order, and you're going to have to place a new order because we can't keep stock when other customers have that same material on order just to keep you guys happy. It has to be fair for everyone. So 2 weeks for each order.
If you don't want to pick up, we do have a group of carriers that we use all the time, and on average they're taking about 6-7 days to get it delivered to you as soon as we send it to them. So we definitely like to keep things moving fast. The biggest delays that you guys are seeing is just that 1.5 week period of the rail car leaving Utica, New York, going down into Selma or Oakboro, into those yards.
Yes. Yeah. For 2025, I obviously do expect to see some price increases, but we're going to keep it as low as we can. Hopefully it'll be about what inflation is. We need another month or two to do our numbers to really look at our cost and evaluate how much have they went up, or can we do more volume and keep that pricing lower so that it doesn't have to keep rising like it did in years past. I don't expect as much of an increase in the past 2 years, or that we saw in the past 2 years. I'm hoping to keep it more of what last year was, which was an average of about 5 to 6%.
This fall, we also moved our pallet operation down to our Oakboro, North Carolina yard, so all pallets will be moved out of that yard. And we have already seen things becoming much more efficient. Pallets are getting out within a week or two of being ordered. We'll see how it goes during the spring, but I anticipate that things are going to be moving a lot quicker than they did when the operations were in Connecticut, when wait times were about 1 to 2 months.
Most of that was caused by the lack of inventory that we could have ready for when it got busier, just with how tight we are with room in the Northeast. So I think having Joe Ranello down there in our Oakboro yard, who many of you guys know, and he's the one now palletizing the rock, and that's going to really help things out, having the long distance already be done for the transport of the rock and it getting produced there and palletized on site.
We also started bringing in Mexican beach pebbles over the summer, and those have been moving like crazy. So if you are interested, just let us know. We can always get special sizing. We typically just bring in the 1 to 2 and 2 to 4s, but if you guys are looking for something else or a different variety, just let us know. We're happy to help import it in.
So for what we saw in 2024, a lot of the demand seems to be still in the 2 to 4 inch New England and 1 to 2 inch behind that. It's interesting because on the east side of the Carolinas, it's more popular. I would say the more popular products would be the 3/4 and 1 to 2. It trends a little bit smaller on the eastern side of the Carolinas. Where you go to the western side and you'll see the 2 to 4 inch and the 3 to 5 inch are a little bit higher in volume. followed behind that would be the 1 to 2. So it seems like the West likes a little bigger, the East likes a little bit smaller. Maybe it's because the hill is more of the erosion, which would make sense. And then the white, obviously,
Yeah,
too.
the white's been great everywhere. And if you move further north into our Northeast customers, you guys love the 1 to 2. That hasn't changed. That's been the trend for a long time.
The Northeast customers, we love you, Northeast customers.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard because it's funny when you ask a Northeast customer, how long do you think that it should take, or what is reasonable time for delivery? They'll tell you, what, 3 days? 3 days?
Yeah,
2
3
days? And the Southeast, they'll tell you 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which our goal is to have it 7 days or less, period. But we're not Amazon, but we'll work on that. I mean, if we're Amazon, then I would like to be like Jeff Bezos money, but, you know, we're not Amazon, and it'd be cool. But we're doing the best we can. We're keeping our averages for the time that it's dispatched to delivery around 8 days, and we would like to keep it that way. I mean, right now we're filling orders in December, I would say within 1 to 2 weeks on average, easily, or even less. As soon as they come in, sometimes they're going out. And we're going to try to keep up with that by sending as much inventory as we possibly can. And right now, what I could say to everyone is, the more you can put in your bins in the winter and the off season, the better. I mean, it makes sense for you guys and not really for us when you think about it, because we're going to be having the price increases to recoup the increase of our costs that we've seen in 3 months. So the more you guys can take and the more material that you have in stock at a lower price, you can start marking it up for your customers already for what it's going to be and anticipate what it's going to be.
Yeah. Like I tell Jeff all the time, make calls, have everyone fill their bins before March, because A, you'll still deal with the pricing that you're dealing with now before anything increases, if it does. And B, you'll be ready for when everyone comes crying in April and your bin is empty and there's nothing we can really do because we're backed up. So fill your bins as much as you can.
Sell me this phone. $100. Do it? Yeah. Right?
What?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, sell me the phone.
What do you mean?
What? Sell me the phone.
Sell you a phone?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you don't have any.
Oh.
Oh, you can't sell it. So I get it. Everyone says, we can't sell something we don't have in stock. I completely get that. We want to sell it to you. We want to get it to you. So, you know, if you haven't seen from the past years, like obviously we're doing everything we can since we want to sell you the product. But every spring, it's going to get really busy. And every spring, it's going to be a delay. It's going to take longer to get your orders than it is the rest of the year. Everything we can do, we're doing.
Yeah, so, you know, we try to warn you. We try to get you stocked up before. We're really hoping that with the changes we've made over the last couple of years that we don't really see as much of a delay when the spring comes. But obviously we never know what's going to happen, so.
No, you never do.
We never know.
All I could say is, and biggest recommendation, take in more material that you can for the busier, for the higher demand products, for what sells more for each location. So what I do not want to see, and Ashley doesn't want to see, and no one at our company wants to see, is an empty bin. We don't want to see our customers having nothing in their bins at all. We want to see you guys at least with a little material and try to make sure that you have something to sell of our product, because if you sell more, we sell more, and we're not losing the sale to a different product or someone else. So what I would recommend doing is making sure that you know what you have in order. Keep track of it. If you don't have some way to manage orders, load number, a purchase order number, some kind of number that you have internally, I would do that, because if you give us a specific number, like purchase order number 005, whatever, now you can call up and say, hey, Ashley, or hey, Jeff,
Where is
you know,
this?
whoever your sales rep is, where is this? Do you know where it is? Because if you say, hey, do you know where my order of 1 to 2 is? We might say, yeah, it's on its way. Well, but if you had a different order of 1 to 2 that we didn't
missed,
see,
right.
or didn't get put in yet into our system, then we wouldn't know that. And you might have another order that you're looking for, or you forgot about, or maybe you needed 2, and we don't see it because just the lag in the ordering process, or if it's already been dispatched, it does make it harder for us to be able to see, because then we would have to contact the trucking company if it's not on one of our own company trucks, or we would have to look back and say, did it get picked up yet? And, you know, keep in mind, we are in Connecticut, and our wash plant and rail yard, main one, is in New York, and we have several distribution yards in the southeast, and then we have our quarry in Oxford. So, you know, only so many things can be like monitored. There's only so many loads that
Right.
we can keep track of that we actually know
Right.
where they are.
Sometimes we're a day behind. So keep that in mind. Also, it's really important that you guys send your orders via email. I know a lot of you still like to call, and
Great
we like
point.
to talk. We love talking.
Yes.
But definitely
Not when it's busy. I don't want to talk to anyone when it's busy, but
Well,
they
no
don't
one-
want to talk to us
No
either.
one call him.
Yeah.
But definitely try to put everything through email to orders@defeomaterials.com if you can. If you want to send a text, that's okay too, to either Jeff or I. But phone calls, sometimes things get lost, and I would really, really hate to miss someone's order. Doesn't happen often, but it has happened. So we just want to make sure that there's always proof somewhere in an email and that someone responds to you saying, hey, got it, it's in the system. So just always remember orders@defeomaterials.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed this little chat we had about kind of what went on this last year and some of the things you can expect moving forward in 2025.